What if I told you that having too many passions isn't actually killing your online business, but the way you're presenting them is? Yeah, you probably feel like you're doing too much. You're talking about AI, you're talking about wellness, affiliate marketing, faith, and family all at one time. So you're afraid that your audience is confused. And let me guess, your sales is probably stuck too. But the problem isn't that you love so many things. And today I'm going to show you exactly how to combine all of your passions into one profitable brand without confusing your audience. And I promise you will not have to kill a single thing you love. I see so many creators struggling with this exact issue, and they're suffering in silence. They have multiple talents and interests and passions, but when they try to sell everything at once, their audience doesn't know what to buy. And I've looked closely at how successful multi-dimensional brands operate, and I'm going to give you the exact step-by-step blueprint to fix this, because you do not have to choose one passion to succeed. Instead, you're going to learn a simple, proven framework to sequence your brand. This way, people actually know what to buy from you. It's about turning your scattered ideas into one solid income stream. Okay? Now, it doesn't mean that you're going to forever have this, but it's the way we begin. Because the real problem isn't your multiple passions, it's your sequencing. Because you're absolutely allowed to be a whole person. I mean, we're human. We are all multidimensional people. You are allowed to be someone who loves wellness, who loves AI, who loves faith and your family all at the same time. But like I said, when you throw all these topics at your audience with equal weight, they don't know which direction to look. And when people don't know what door to walk through, they don't buy anything at all. And it's not because they don't trust you. It's because they're confused. And confused people stay quiet. So you have to stop selling everything at once, and you have to start structuring your brand to guide people. And this is something that I had to learn over the years. I remember when I transitioned from offline to online, I was a hair salon owner. At the same time, I was in a network marketing company selling body wraps, which is in the health and wellness space. That's a whole nother story for another day, right? But I was doing all these things. And when I was started online, I was also sharing my stories, like my welfare story, my teenage mom story, my, being put in the system and, going AWOL, all the things that I was sharing. And I'm like, why aren't people buying? Is it that they don't trust me? I don't understand. I couldn't figure it out. And I remember when I finally made that decision that out of everything I was doing, what I loved the most was when I would share my stories. It was how I felt when I shared my stories and how the response that I got from people whenever I would share my stories. And I felt like, you know what, this is what I want to do. I want to help people share their stories so they can reach their people, right? And when I finally decided, my parent company is called Market Your Message. I built an entire company on helping people share their story and using it to grow their brand and attract their audience. Right. But it wasn't until I made that one door. And then now, and I'm telling you now in 2026, when I'm talking to you about 10 years ago. 15 years ago. Now in 2026, I am teaching people how to grow their brand, attract their audience with AI twins, AI characters, AI influencers. And some of those same people are still my students, are still in my world and has transitioned with me. But I had to create one door. I had to make a decision. And that brings me to the next point. I call this the one door strategy. You have to build one clear front door for your audience. So instead of asking yourself, which one of my passions I need to get rid of, ask yourself, what is the one door I want people to walk through first? Okay. So I want you to think of your brand like it's a huge house and you need one clear, inviting entrance. Because once your audience is standing inside of that house, once your audience is in your world, everything else you love gets to make sense to them naturally. Right? Because nobody follows a person for exactly one thing forever. They follow a person for a specific solution, and then they stay for everything that person turns out to be. So you let everything else you love live inside of that house behind that main door. That's how I want you to think about this. And before we go any further, I want you to know something. This exact confusion about not knowing what door to walk through, you're not like rare, okay? It is actually one of the most common issues that we, especially women, have in this space. I've watched myself and I've watched other women in my own community with this same wall, this same issue over and over again, different niches, different passions, but the same exact story every single time. So if you are someone who's listening and you felt this, you're in it, I want you to know that you are not rare. You are not alone in this. You are the pattern And once you see it as a pattern instead of something broken in you, you stop trying to fix yourself and you start fixing the structure of your business. And that is a completely different job. And guess what? It's an easier one. Okay. So the first thing that you want to do when you're trying to, create this brand, being a multidimensional person, is leverage the audience that already trust you. Okay. So I'm going to give you a real world example because this video was actually inspired by one of my AI Income Society members, NeNe. And so she put this comment inside of the community, right? And so she's passionate about wellness, holistic care, women care, AI content creation, AI twins. She's a mom. She loves affiliate marketing, motivation, faith, family, all of these things. Right. And she put this comment in the community and we actually worked through it. And by the end of that conversation, she made the decision that, hey, out of everything I'm doing, I want my one door to be teaching AI. Right? Teaching AI because that's what I've been doing for free. It's what I'm loving. So I'm just going to make that decision. But see, instead of teaching AI to the whole wild internet and starting from zero, what she can do is build inside her existing audience, right? Because she can talk to wellness entrepreneurs. She already has a deep trust within the holistic health space, right? And by doing this, now she's not starting from zero. Now she's walking into a house who already believes what she's saying about AI because she's been talking to these people, right? All she's doing is adding a new tool for what she's already been doing, right? So if she niches down to speak to wellness entrepreneurs, holistic care, she will get to speak to what she loves. She will still get to share all her passions, right? Because she knows that language. She knows those people. She is those people, right? So find the space where you already have authority and just make a choice, one door, and bring that new passion of yours directly to those people. That is the first thing that you can do. So if this is hitting home and you really want to build this one door strategy for your brand, it's not just about sitting down, watching this YouTube video. I walk entrepreneurs through this every single day. Okay, so stick around. I'm going to tell you at the end what we're going to do and how I'm going to actually help you put this into action. But I hope that something is opening up for you here. You don't have to let anything go, but you do need structure. Okay. So if you want to merge your passions, another strategy that's great is to launch a project that proves your system works in real time. So going back to today, for example, instead of just talking about AI for wellness people or, just talking about AI in theory, she can launch a creator that's focused on holistic health, that gives real tips and grows an audience, right? And she can show that as proof of concept. So now she can tell her audience, look at how I created a character that's sharing my passion, and let me show you how you can create a character to share your passion too. See what I'm saying? Because people trust receipts way more than they trust your promises. And when you can sell from hard evidence, that's what makes your brand strong. And let me give you an example of this because this I did with this current brand, this AI twin brand. I did it naturally and I didn't even know what I was doing. So it wasn't strategic, but it happened that way. When I first launched my identical hyper realistic AI twin, right? I wasn't talking about AI twins. AI twin wasn't my brand. For years, I've been teaching people messaging, marketing, and sales. And so that's what I was talking about. I was talking about messaging, marketing, and sales, but now speaking from a faceless approach, right? And I was using my AI twin to share my content. I think that because when I launched my course in April, I feel like the reason why it went viral so quickly is because of my proof of concept. It's because I wasn't just saying, here, this is how you create a twin, go do it. I was saying, look at how I used my twin for the last 4 or 5 months, and I was able to do all of this faceless behind the AI twin. You can too. And so I already had that proof of concept. And that's another thing that you can think about when you're trying to make that choice. Once you decide what's that one door, then I want you to decide, how can I have people walk through this one door without changing everything that I am? And these are the two ways that you can do it. Okay, so let me recap. The first way And again, I'm using TneNe as an example, but I want you to apply this to whatever you're facing right now, whatever decision you need to make in your business right now. So TneNe decided that out of everything, which is women care, wellness, faith, right? Out of everything, she really likes to teach people how to grow with AI twins, okay? Which is awesome. But what I'm saying to her is, listen, you've already been building in the wellness space. Strategy one is niche down to helping wellness entrepreneurs grow their business with AI twins, right? Because it allows you to still create your lifestyle content, talk about the thing that you love, right? The second thing is, you know what? I am going to create a character that represents the wellness space. So that way I can show them proof of concept and how I'm doing this. That is the easiest way. Those are the decisions that you want to make right after you decide what's my one door. The whole idea is to sequence your brand into a cohesive, profitable journey. The secret to a highly profitable personal brand isn't that it's supposed to be narrow, it's supposed to be sequenced. So you lead with a specific solution to get people's attention. But once they're in and you build this community, right? If you start by solving one problem, like helping wellness entrepreneurs with their marketing, you can later naturally open them up to your other products, your lifestyle tips, your personal stories, all the things. This is how you successfully combine multiple passions by organizing them into a step-by-step journey rather than overwhelming and dumping all of the information at once. Another example of this, growing up, my mom, I'm a fifth generation entrepreneur, right? And my mom was in network marketing my whole life. And so growing up, I used to see her go from business to business to business to business. She actually built a name of that. She just loved business, you know? And so I would see her like one year for a couple of years, she might be selling health products. And then at one time she was selling encyclopedia sets. But whenever she would start a new company, she was really passionate about it. And I would watch her in the living room, sit down, open up her phone and start calling her network, calling her people. And people would join her in that new company, right? And I want you to understand the reason why is because her door was herself. That's what a personal brand is. Her door was that people were connected to her. And so no matter what she was doing, they trusted her. They enrolled into her bigger vision, which is this one door, right? And so now everything else she introduced, it was easy to introduce it. People already trusted her. And that is the same thing that I just explained when I shared my own story. When I start talking about AI twins and all of that, you know, when I first started, I thought I was talking about something different, which is why I started like a new page. And those of you who've been in my world and been in my course know this. But if I'm really being honest, I didn't start anything new. And that's probably why my old audience just came right along for the journey, right? Because you have that one door, you're on a personal brand journey, people know who you are, you just need to give them one path, okay? Now, here's the part a lot of people skip, which is knowing you need that one door is not the same thing as knowing how to build it. Okay. So inside my world, I teach something called the M3 framework, and that stands for mirror, method, move. So mirror means your message basically reflects exactly what your person is already thinking in their own words, not your words. Method is the one clear path you walk them through, and move is the next step that they take with you. Okay. That's the whole thing. 3 words, and it turns into, I have too many passions, and now I have one clear brand that sells. So you'll see here in my school community, let me take you to it right now because I want you to see how people are using this framework and actually getting that clarity. And so if you can use this framework, you'll get even more clarity off of what I'm speaking about here, okay? So I'm going to search mirror, and that should bring us directly to the post that I'm speaking of where they're working this out. Here we go. So let's open this up, right? So here we are, and I'm going to just randomly pick any one of the students and read it so you can see what I mean when I say that clarity, okay? So let's pick Trisha. So she said, mirror, my twin speaks to women who fear being seen, scared to even record a video. Method, my twin helps them get to the root cause of fear, process it, and get their confidence back. Move, click on the link to create your own realistic image you love, right? So she speaks to, and let me tell you something, in this thread, a lot of them are selling AI twin content, okay? But every single one of them has a different mirror. Look, Danielle, my twin mirror. My twin speaks to the women who's reinvented themselves and want their online presence to finally match their level, growth, and calling, right? Same thing, same product that Trisha's selling. But that clarity is everything. Method. My twin helps them by designing an AI-powered brand photo shoot that upgrades their image, confidence, and visibility all at once. Move. The next step is to DM me the word reinvent. Do you see that? You just need to make that decision. So like I said, you don't have to be just one thing. You are allowed to be multidimensional and highly successful at the same time. Just pick your front door, lead with it, and watch how quickly your audience goes from confused to becoming loyal, paying customers. Now, if you want to actually go through this, you want to build your own M3 framework, your mirror, your method, your move, so that way your brand stops confusing people and starts converting them. As you can see, I walk through all of this and so much more inside my school community, AI Income Society, and you can actually get access to this absolutely free. We have a 7-day free trial, and the MMT 2.0 challenge is in that free trial. So you'll be able to use our artifact, go through our apps, and figure out your M3 framework without paying a single thing. You'll find that information inside the description, okay? If this just saved you hours of guessing and overthinking, go ahead, click that like button. Make sure you subscribe. It's absolutely free. Don't just watch this. Take action, structure your brand, develop that sequence, and subscribe for more faceless marketing strategies. I'll see you in my next video.